The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is a declaration, proclamation for the nation. We are kings and queens. We are kings and queens. With all the hate we face and dreams we're chasing, no replacing. We need to be free. To adjust our crown. Hey, oh, to adjust our crown. Hey, cause they falling on the ground. Cause they falling.
Welcome to the Opinion Room. I'm LJ.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Nicole.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. So today's show is in no way, shape, or form to single out or put down any racial or ethnic group, but rather to shed light on current events. So with that said, everybody, so how are you guys feeling today?
It's
Hey,
Friday.
Amen. I hear that. I hear that.
This week felt long as hell.
It felt long.
I don't know how.
I know.
We
We
had
only
a
had 4 days.
Yeah.
We should have that every week. What you talking about?
I know.
We need a 4-day work week every week, okay?
I agree.
I was still crawling to the day today.
I know. But it was a 4-day week. We were celebrating. Monday was a holiday. It was Martin Luther King's Day. We were celebrating his legacy. So how did you guys celebrate Martin Luther King Day?
Okay, well, I went to Leimert Park. I didn't have a chance to go to the parade because I was doing things in the morning time, but I did catch the little after party in Leimert Park. It was fire. They had some nice little black food trucks, and they had some vendors out there. They had some clothing vendors. That's why I'm looking all spiffy today. You know, I had to go cop something.
That.
Thank
It's
you.
So cute.
Thank you. I had to represent, for my peoples.
It's
Thank
something
you.
different.
Right? I love
What are
it.
you
Very
laughing at?
independent.
What are you trying to say?
What's wrong? I'm repping for the people. Thank you.
Wish he had one on
I
right now,
know.
too.
We're going to get you a dashiki. It's okay. You're going to get one. But that's what I did on Monday. It was fun. They had a KJLH stage out there. People was getting down. I saw a grandma twerk this weekend. Yes, a grandma dipping low and picking it up slow. I saw a grandpa coming behind her, twerking with her. It was popping out there.
Well, you know.
It was. They talk about them knees. They had some
Whatever
engineered
age
knees
we
this
can.
weekend. No, it was fun.
Shoot,
So
lucky for y'all with y'all little break. Me, had to go to work.
Oh, man.
That's what happens when you work a job that never closes.
see, working for the man.
Yeah, I don't miss that. Working at a 24-hour job, being in hospitality. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
Well, for me, you guys, I didn't do much on Monday. I just pretty much relaxed. I watched the Martin Luther King parade on the news.
Okay, how was it? How was it looking?
You know what? It was really nice. Sadly, I was really surprised. It looked really good compared to when we were younger, and I used to go to the Martin Luther King parade. You know, it was such a negative stigma at the parades where, you know, there would be fighting and
it was
lots of drama going on. So I felt like I didn't want to go anymore. Or if and whenever I do have kids, I felt like I didn't want to take my kids out there, and I hate feeling like that because that's our culture, you know, we should be out there celebrating his legacy. But after watching it on the news, I saw it looked like they changed the route. Like now they're going down Crenshaw instead of going down, I think, King.
It looks like it starts right there where Krispy Kreme's is.
Yeah.
Right there.
So it looked a lot better. So I'm reconsidering it, you know, whenever I do have kids.
Growth.
Right.
Yes.
Growth in the community.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
it's probably not the same anymore.
I think I might start going back.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any fights or no shooting or nothing like that. So,
but I'm going to stand at the beginning, though. I'm not going.
Oh, that's your spot. You right there at
the beginning. Let's start there. But I think I am going to go. I'm going to start going.
I haven't been in a while. I haven't
been since high school. That was the very last time I went. And I was thinking I was cute way at the end, you know, trying to wear my little shorts and my little scrunchy socks back then. And that was it. That was the last time. I was done.
Man.
I'm not doing it no more. Like, I'm done with it. But if you said that the parade looked cool on TV, I might check it out. I don't know.
I recommend it. Yeah, try it again.
All right. Yeah. Well, since we're talking about King, let's talk about what he stood for. His famous "I have a dream" speech. But we're not going to say the whole speech. We're going to give you a little summary and tidbit of what it stood for and why we even celebrated him. So, King famously declares his hope for a future America where blacks and whites will be able to sit and eat together. It is a world in which little children will no longer be judged by their skin color and where blacks and whites alike will be able to hold hands. So that is a beautiful euphoria, you guys. Back then in this man's time, it was unheard of for blacks and whites to be able to even sit in a restaurant together. Segregation was a real thing. Kids weren't able to integrate into schools together. We weren't in libraries together. We had our own separate everything, separate water fountains, separate stores. Everything was separate and not equal at the time. But some people felt it was equal. Yeah. So I got a question, y'all. All right, here's the question.
What's up?
Do you guys still feel like his dream is seen today? Like, do you think it has progressed?
Well, I would have to say, that question is kind of challenging. I would have to say yes and no at the same time. I mean, I do feel like we have come a long way. But then, too, also, this is my feeling and opinion. I feel like every time we take 5 steps forward, we end up going 5 steps back. And, I mean, I don't want to get all political or nothing, but it just feels like ever since Trump got into office, it seems like society and the world just became so much more divided. Like, we started going backwards versus when Obama was in office, everybody, I mean, it felt different. Like, it felt like blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanics were trying to come together. Like, there was more, it was just more togetherness, and even before Obama, sometimes, we still struggle. But even think about when Michael Jackson came out with the song, "It doesn't matter if you're black or white."
That was the jam,
that was very inspirational. Like, looking at that when I was a little kid, seeing that video, it's like, oh wow, this is interesting. It's different. It's more than just black or just white or just Asian or Hispanic. It's everybody.
It was the
together.
human race.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's why I do feel like yes and no, because we still do have a long way to go.
Yes,
and
we do.
We got to work towards it a lot harder.
LJ, what you feel?
Yeah, well, we have to, like Paige was saying. Like, it did change when Trump did get in office, because it seemed like everybody basically felt like they can say whatever they wanted to say. Because, back when we was in elementary school, well, I didn't have to deal with racism back in elementary school. Kids telling me that they don't like me because I'm black. But, now I got little cousins, nieces and nephews who's in elementary school, and they got kids telling them I don't like black people. It's like, wow. These are kids. Where are you learning all this crap from?
I don't like black people to another little kid. Huh?
Wow. How would they even know to say
that? That's taught.
And then it's like you got all these different races who just calling the police on any and everything.
Yes.
Like, it's like, why are we trying to go backwards?
Yeah.
I feel like we all should be trying to go forward.
For progression, of course.
One race. Like, even though it's not one race, but it's like we're all the same. We're all human.
Human, yeah. That is the one race, the human race.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
regardless of color and creed.
I don't know. These people got to get it together.
No, I agree.
It's like, I feel like now they need to really teach these kids Martin Luther King's dream. Like, now it's time to go back and dig it into them, let them know, because I feel like they're not really teaching it in the school anymore. No, like, you don't hear that much about it.
No, you have to teach it at home.
Yes.
Home, school. It's a lot we need to bring back.
Well, we're the first teachers. It starts with us. So if we don't give that foundation to our kids, we can't just assume that the school districts are going to do that. In one of the classrooms, because now I'm a sub teacher, you guys. Oh, thank you. But one of the schools, thank you so much. It's been a long time coming, y'all. Trust me. It's been a long time coming.
Hey, better late than never.
No, right, touche. But in one of the classrooms, I visited, I'm just, kind of looking around, seeing if there's any trace of a drawing, a mention of him, just trying to look around. Nothing. Nothing at all. And then I went to another school on another side of town, a little further south, and it was gorgeous. They had a whole mural up of a rainbow, and the kids had painted little pictures of his head all around the mural. It was gorgeous and beautiful. And you knew that those kids took pride in that work, learning who Dr. Martin Luther King was and his legacy. And now they have something to take with them into society and grow. We are the one who plant the seeds and let these flowers grow. Yeah. And if you plant in the wrong seeds, you're going to get some weeds. Exactly. Oh, you're going to get some weeds out here, honey. And that's what those kids are doing. They be in some weeds because their parents didn't taught them to say that. Yep. They don't know not to not like black people.
Exactly.
Come on. That's not innate by nature inside of us.
Kids do not know that.
That's taught. And I couldn't see myself telling them, my child don't like no Hispanic, don't like an Asian, don't like a white person. I mean, what sense does that make?
Your thought process.
Spreading hate.
Yeah, that's how you feel. Not everybody feels that way.
That's sad, though. That's so sad. Some of the coolest people you never know could be some people from the opposite race. You never know.
Absolutely.
You know, it's really unfortunate that has to go on. Well, what steps do you think we could see towards building better progression then?
Well, I feel like it starts with us.
Okay.
Yes, we have to feel, I'm speaking on behalf of us black people.
Okay.
Everybody mimics and wants to copy our culture and what we want to do.
Our braids.
Exactly.
Our swoops, our baby hair.
Style, everything. Exactly. Right. Down to the baby hairs.
Down to the swoops.
Exactly.
But there's nothing wrong with it. No. Copying is flattering.
Yes, absolutely. But I feel like starting with us, we should project love towards one another.
Right.
So that when all the other races and cultures, if they see us respecting and uplifting one another, let them copy that.
Preach.
So then that way they can start treating us with respect because they see us treating each other with respect. If they see us downing each other, trashing each other, how do we expect them to treat us?
Which they do see a lot because
exactly.
African Americans, we do hate on each other a little bit too much. And it's
they
sad
see
that we do it. So it's like everybody's trying to understand why the racists hate on us. Look at the way we treat our own.
Exactly. We have to lead by example.
Yes,
for example, like I can go to the South, Birmingham, Alabama. I can be anywhere and I can just be walking. And African American will actually look at me and say hi. That doesn't happen over here in the West.
No, it doesn't. No,
we can see each other. We walk past each other like we don't even exist. But we see another race, they be trying to go talk to them. But it's like, that's why other races hate on us, because we hate on ourselves.
Mm-hmm. No, so that's real talk.
We really need to step it up and change all that. We're not going to grow as one if we can't grow within ourselves.
Yes.
Absolutely. No, I got a story for y'all, a little brief story. I'm not going to tell y'all which barbecue establishment it is, because I'm not going to hate on that sausage finger looking good. I'm going to talk about the song, because I still want to go back there. But my mother went to this particular barbecue establishment that's on Crenshaw. Y'all can figure out what establishment is on Crenshaw, going down Crenshaw, near the McDonald's over there. You know what that is, okay? So that particular establishment, look, I'm telling you, figure it out for yourselves without me saying it, because I don't want nobody putting something in my secret sauce. But my mother went to go get some barbecue. Okay, so on Monday for Martin Luther King Day, she got there a little early before they opened. So she thought, okay, well, let me knock on the window and see if they'll take my order and I'll come back. She knocks on the window. She sees some workers in the barbecue establishment. They look at her. They looking around. They don't even move. They just ignore her. So my mom get back in her car. Okay, well, let me just wait. A car pulls up. It's a family of Caucasian Americans. Okay, so they go to the window, knock on the window. Here comes the people inside of the establishment. Oh, how can we help you? How can we help you? Right away. Opening the door. Oh, what? You want to take an online order? We can take your order right now online. Come back, and we'll have it ready for you. Now, how come my mom didn't get this same respect from this same establishment, though?
Dang.
That's disrespectful.
That's it, though.
That's why I said all these races hate on us.
Like, come on now.
Because we hate on our own.
Yeah.
That's
like
it,
that right there. That right there was just straight hate.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you be respectful to give this African-American woman the same respect that you gave this other family? Like, come on. They better be glad she wasn't with me, because I probably would have shut it down. You ain't going to disrespect. No, I'm sorry. I'm tired of the disrespect. You wouldn't have no glass if I was there. Because I would have broke it and walked in and said, excuse me, you going to help me.
Y'all see his face. Y'all better help him. Establishments, please don't ignore this individual right here. Y'all see him coming. Please help him out because y'all gonna have some issues in the establishment. Okay.
Like at the end of the day, I want the respect that you are giving other
quite naturally.
races.
Yes.
It's like to get respect, you got to give it.
Right.
I'm gonna give you the respect that you earn. So why not give me the respect? And it's sad that they did that to her.
It's off the chain. I told her, I'm surprised you went and bought your barbecue. I would have acted a fool and be like, I'm done. My black dollar is not here today. Yeah. I'm good on it. And that's how we got to be. We got to start standing up for ourselves, you know? Really taking a stand. And that's why sometimes probably the negative stigma comes around people purchasing from black businesses too. They have to show us the same respect that we're giving them with our black dollars. Mm-hmm. But we're going to get back to that. Money.
Green is green.
Green is always green. But I don't care where it came from.
But when you have it from your own race, best believe you're going to succeed. Because we're going to support who we need to support, especially as a culture.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's the principle behind it.
If we're going to support you, it's called customer service.
Right.
Quite respectful.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit can go a long way. A whole lot. Come on now.
Customer service, big time, because the person can be customer service, have really good customer service, but bad food. But you'll be like, you know what? My food wasn't all that, but that person was really nice. I'm going to try them again. Versus if you stank and your food is bad, forget it. Yeah,
because it's like if you got a friend. If we would throw out the name of who you are, do you know how much business you would lose? Because just the word spreads.
You better be lucky I didn't out y'all.
All the clues you gave, I'm quite sure people got it.
Y'all gonna play Blues Clues this weekend. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
We gotta get it together as a culture.
Yeah, it's like, too much.
We have to. We can't keep blaming all these other races for them hating on us, but they see us doing it to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't.
At the end of the day, that's why it begins with us.
Amen.
Yes, and especially in the West. Come on, y'all. Come on, LA. When we somewhere and you see a bunch of your people, say hello. Say how you doing. Just check on that person.
Common
that
courtesy
can go a long way. Because I'm telling you, I don't see it out here, but I see it in the South. And it's crazy because it's like, that in the South, it makes me feel like I'm home. Yeah. But I'm born and raised in Cali. So why can I get that? Why can't we do that out here?
All right. Well, let's switch gears for a little bit. Now, we have something that we want to also bring up tonight as a topic. And it's something that all races are going to come together on. And what that is money. Getting to the money, getting to the bag. Where are you working? What's going on in the job force? So we want to talk about jobs. Particularly millennials in the workforce, because we make up the largest population. Now, let me give you some facts real quick. So, did you guys know that within the next 2 years, millennials are projected to make up over 50% of the workforce, according to Goldman Sachs data? So, we're about to be over more than half, probably a little bit over half within the next 2 years in the workforce.
Well, as we should. Honestly, we all grown. First of all,
we're grown. It's time for us to be working.
Yes, just so everyone knows, the age range for millennials is from people born 1981 to 1996. So that's age 24 to 39 as of 2020. Okay. So in other words, we all need to be making some money.
Somebody better be getting that bag.
Yeah, we got to be doing something. Yeah. We got to be doing something.
We got to get that money because we got to realize we getting up in age.
Yeah.
When you get to the retiring age, if you ain't been working half of your 20s and you just now trying to get to work, it's like, where do you expect to be? Where you expect your money to be when it's time for you to retire? Right. Unless you plan on being within these 9 to 5s at the age of 75 and 80. I don't plan on that. I don't.
And some of those aren't matching what you're making and what you're worth on top of it. So it doesn't make sense to be trying to put your all in all into something that's not bringing you nothing back.
But at least do something. Don't just be sitting at home smoking on whatever you got to do and drinking. Get up and do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what are some of the jobs that are available right now? Like, what are the most common jobs right now?
Jobs that we are going to need constantly. You got protect and serve, police officers.
Okay.
We all know how we feel about the
I don't know about that.
Not everybody trying to be.
You got firefighters, you got doctors, you got nurses, you have hospitality, you have restaurants.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff that the world is always going to need that a computer can't replace us. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's a really
Dropping
good
some
point.
nuggets.
But I mean, you mentioned that the computer can replace, but technology is where it is today.
well, technology can't cook your food.
Okay.
You know
And-
what? That's funny you say that because they are trying.
They need to
Do you
stop.
know?
Like,
I heard at the Dodger Stadium, they're trying to get this machine, like big old machine called the Flippy, where the machine.
Stop.
I'm not
Stop.
so the machine can flip my food. But question.
Flippy?
Okay, but who gonna season?
Flippy.
Who gonna season my food? The machine? It's got.
I don't
But
know.
the machine gonna put too
He
much
gonna have
salt.
another arm, like getting
ain't
with
like-
it, like
Well,
flipping and
big machine
shaking the
Flippy
sauce.
is flipping your hot dogs and burgers.
But
But
ain't
imagine-
nobody seasoning it though.
That's
So,
putting someone
like,
out of work, though.
I know, but that's what I'm
it.
saying. That's why
Not
technology
really,
is
'cause
going.
guess what?
Yes, it is.
What if the machine gets overheated and it stop flipping burgers? What you gonna do?
The
You gotta
one
hurry up and
person
hire
in there
somebody.
gonna have to run over there and pick up the slack. Then
But
Certain stuff
that's
machines
true.
cannot
But
do.
in the millennial world, they don't want to do that because because
machine ain't gonna season my
unfortunately, according to Gallup.org, millennials are the least engaged generation in the workforce. So this Flippy machine goes out breaks down the disengaged millennial. That means work is over. They going
so they
home.
just stay out.
They going home.
It's
They
deuces
not-
for the day.
Yeah, they not about to go over there and
it's-
finish your
okay,
burger.
See, I can understand why the millennials, we really don't want to do corporate jobs because no one's getting paid what they're worth.
That's
like,
true.
no one's getting paid what they're worth. So it's like, I feel
We
like
are
if
underpaid
I
in
feel
the
like
workforce.
if these corporations
9 to 5s.
offer more money of what people worth, people will want to get back to work.
That's true, but I feel like it depends on the corporation too, and
Right.
also too it depends on the field, and also if you are educated and if you do have your degree. If you have your degree, that puts you in a whole different category
To a
yes.
certain extent.
to a certain extent.
Because it's
yeah.
like people with degrees aren't making the money they should be making with these degrees.
No, they're not.
People who don't have degrees is making the money that the people with degrees should be making.
But like you said, you know your worth. It's important for the person to know their worth. And because you know your worth, you have that ability to challenge them.
yeah.
And it's like, if you're not going to pay me this, what I'm worth, I'm out. And because you do have that degree to back you up, you can go anywhere. You have that ability to move place to place because of that piece of paper. And that's one thing I do. I know school is not for everybody, but the rate and how this society is going, you gotta have just a piece of paper
Oh, yeah,
or
you
some
have to.
trade.
Something.
You gotta
Something.
have. You're not gonna make it with just a high school degree diploma.
Not nowadays.
It don't matter what you have your degree in. Cosmetology, you can go and be in food service.
Right.
A health inspector.
Right.
If you got that paper on your resume, you're in. It don't matter.
Yeah.
You need a piece of paper to work at McDonald's now.
Yeah.
I heard.
It bumps you up just a
Yes.
little bit. It does
Yes.
help a little bit.
No, it's definitely needed now. That's a key tool now. Okay, well, those are our 9 to 5 regular jobs. Are there any sought after
Well,
jobs?
yes. So common jobs for millennials, I found out. So common jobs are software engineer,
Okay.
data analyst, data scientist, business analyst, administrative assistant, a product manager, financial analyst, graphic designer, software developer, and project manager.
Crazy because none of them jobs is physical.
I know.
Right.
Exactly.
Like it's
Right.
them, every job
It's
you
true.
name, we sitting on our butts.
But some people don't want it. They don't like working with their hands.
Well, we got to. To me, you got to move around. You have to move
But
around.
that's
That's why
how
we have
you
all these
feel.
health issues.
Some people love just sitting and computing
Right.
things and
Computing
configuring
data.
things and doing all that
That's
stuff.
too much. See, we got to get back to the physical stuff. You can't. You sit around. What you do? Eat at your desk. You gain weight. You're just looking at a computer. Your eyesight start going bad. You're doing all this typing. You end up getting
Carpal tunnel.
Well, yeah, it's like Where the physical stuff?
But it's well worth it. The jobs that Paige just listed are the $100K a year jobs.
Absolutely.
Those are the most sought after jobs right now that are legal jobs.
And are paying.
Mad money.
Yeah.
These jobs that are out here having people use their hands are not paying us here really nothing.
Yeah, and
no
that's
more.
what we need to step up and get to the fighting, because it's like, come on. We got all these people sitting around making all this money. What about the ones who actually do the physical work?
Yeah, no, you're right. And then on the flip side, you got those who are these Joanna scammers out here who are professionally trying to get in these pockets, dating men, trying to get their credit card numbers. Now, see, Hustler messed me up. The movie with J-Lo and Cardi B and my Keke Palmer and my Asian girl, it was beautiful. I love the movie. Great concept, based on a true story I heard. But it gives you some type of dysphoria. Like, I'm thinking, all I gotta do is show a little skin, a little ass. See, I'm about to get it rained on me. You know, all I need to do is get in a brother's pocket and get a credit card number. But is that a longevity situation?
Sure, from the money they making more than these people sitting on their butts doing these 9 to 5.
And that's the thing.
'Cause it's like you got the entertainment. You even have the adult entertainment. Do y'all know they have this website called OnlyFans, and all these people, half these folks that's on there, it's an adult entertainment. They out there having a adult time on.
So it's like film. Live porn?
Yeah. These people bringing home $30,000 a month.
Wow.
Just
Wait a minute.
month.
$30,000 a month.
Just tooting that thing up online. They bring it home
with like a home webcam.
Yes.
What? And look, I'm taking notes mentally. LinkedIn.
It's like look where I know, because don't nobody want to work for corporations no more. So everybody's trying to do their own thing. I'm not knocking your money. If you're gonna toot it up, hey, you better toot it up for that $30,000 a month.
But you can't keep tooting until you 70 and 80. Like, where you gonna you gonna call in for your 401k? You still gonna toot that thing at 70?
As long as you selling that money, you gotta think about it. If you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you even people in their 50s, because you know there's some little young freaks out here who want to see the But you gotta think of
mama, let me know. That's somebody mama out there on LinkedIn getting it. Hey, but it's a fetish for everybody. Yeah. Somebody probably putting in older people getting it.
You gotta remember. Now it's like everyone's just making it seem like followers, and this is how they're making their money.
Right.
With followers, you charge somebody $15 a subscription a month, and you got over 1,000 followers. What's that, like 15,000? Mm-hmm. Is that like 15,000?
That's 15,000.
Just for 1,000 followers, $15 a month. There go 15,000 right there. And then once you get the taxes, it leans about 12, 13.
Wow.
Still enough. That's just a month.
Just to get it on.
Just to toot it up.
That can go so far, so long.
Hey, well, the people I know who I be seeing on Instagram who had these OnlyFans account, people buying houses, luxury cars. They even be posting up what they making. It's like, dang.
You see?
Like, you making that much just tooting your thing up online. Like, I ain't hating. That's for you. It is what it is.
No, hey, to each his own. I'm not hating on nobody. You getting 30 G's to toot that thing up, and somebody linking in and giving you the money and submitting it to you.
Back in the day, they used to have the adult entertainment was studios.
Okay, so now
these aren't studios. These are actually amateur people. Amateurs
in their homes.
Yes.
What? So like a husband and wife, or like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe even someone you met online. Wow, that's off the chain.
It's like they're owning their own business. So it's like, I think that's where our millennials is trying to head towards, of owning our businesses.
Yeah. Instead of just the 9 to 5, huh?
But that's all that fast money. Like people out here robbing banks. Like people out here selling drugs. Like people, they getting this big payout and all this money, but you taking high risk. These are high risk jobs. Yeah. Who knows when somebody gonna hate on your operation? I know I shouldn't be talking about power, but look at everybody who hated on everybody and how everybody got locked up. Yeah. It's some snitches out here who don't care. It's some Rainbow Takashis waiting right now to snitch on you and mess up your whole operation. Yeah.
Quick and then fast money is always not the way to go.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
But look at all the money that you have. The cars you're going to have, keeping up with the Joneses, being lavish, the diamonds, making it look good for Instagram. Everybody wants to make it look bombing. and good, but you don't know how many years you're going to put in if you're going to come home.
Shoot, I tell everybody, if you doing all that, you making your own money, have common sense.
Please.
Put money up.
Please.
Put up a percentage.
Invest.
As long as you put up your
That's
money.
what people fail to do.
Yeah.
So you can get out. Look at what, here I go back to power. Look at what Ghost did. He invested in himself. He was smart about it. He was smart in the game. And that's why I think he lasted so long. So if y'all out here being some street kingpins, I'm not advising it, but I'm saying the goal is to get out of the
Not do
the
it
streets.
forever in your 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
and 70s.
Come on now. You're not trying to
Too long.
retire.
At least secure
In the streets.
yourself. 10%, 15%. If you separate, you got 100% of your earnings. You separate 15% of it. You can still live a lavish lifestyle with 85% of your pay.
Something. I mean, not just to the end all be all being like, okay, well, this is how I'm going out.
I hope people putting up some investments. Because, people hate. One thing I don't like is people who have their own businesses, they hate on people who has 9 to 5s.
Okay,
And it's
elaborate
like,
on that. Tell me.
That irks me. It's like, okay, you can go on a date with somebody and they ask you, oh, what do you do? Oh, I work a 9 to 5. They give you like this stink look like,
They
oh,
be
you
looking
ain't
at
got
you
no
still.
job. Like, wait a minute. I don't have
No,
a
it's
job.
the truth.
Like, what?
No, it's happened to me before.
Like,
Go ahead.
how you look at me because I'm making an honest pay. I'm doing my 9 to 5. But it's like, you don't know. You just know, okay, I got a 9 to 5, but you don't know what I'm making.
Right.
But people just feel like you got a 9 to 5, you ain't making nothing.
Or
That
they
part.
don't know what you're doing. See what people don't realize too. Not all 9 to 5s are just going to the office and go. Some people go to the office for a couple hours and then they go out in the field. Some people's 9 to 5 require them to travel. Like it's a must to travel. Like some people don't see their homes for at least 3. They get home for 3 days a month. Sometimes they get to travel the world on the business. On the corporation's card in money.
Right.
Some people love that.
Shoot, I'm not hating on a 9 to 5, nor am I hating on an entrepreneur. But it's
No,
like, it has
exactly.
its pros and cons. A 9 to 5, you have, one, medical, dental,
Say it.
job security.
Say
You at least
it.
get to put up for your future with a 401k that your 9 to 5 do put a percentage in.
Pinky up.
You're
sip, sip.
protected.
yes.
You're protected. You have rights. Stuff to back you
But
up. on.
there's the cons.
Okay.
People aren't getting paid what they are worth doing these 9 to 5.
Because there's some construction workers out here. By the way, I'm still looking for a construction worker. If you're out there making some bomb money, I mean, good Lord have mercy, they making money for the city, building up all these Polly Pocket World buildings coming up all over the place.
It's so funny that you say that because we are starting to look like Polly Pocket.
Yeah, LA is a new building every other week.
shoot.
everywhere.
Come on.
Without-
And they making buku money
Yeah.
in construction. And I'm not going to knock them because they working on 9 to 5 and check out at 5 o'clock. That's
Honest
fine.
pay, yeah. You
There's
don't have to worry
nothing
about your
wrong
man
with
going to
that.
jail or
And-
your lady going to jail.
Right.
Because
And I get
some
it.
people feel like if they're an entrepreneur and they trying to date somebody at 9 to 5, some of them feel like you can't, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for?
Connectability. Compatibility.
They're not compatible. But it's like, how do you know that? Because they just feel like, oh, a 9 to 5, you just go to your job and you come home and sit around. And people who are entrepreneurs, they're up 24 hours a day. They're on the hustle. But there is a pro to having somebody. If you have your own business and you dating somebody with a 9 to 5, there is pros to that. Reason one, if they really love you, when they get off their 9 to 5, they gonna at least you ain't got to worry about the household. If you worrying about your business, your boo gonna come cook you a meal.
Right.
They might even try to help you with your
business.
Give you
Right.
ideas. Do you need help with anything?
Right.
So it's like you can't knock on no 9 to 5.
Let's say your business is slow.
Yeah.
Let's say that all of your inquiries this month weren't what you projected.
Add up. Yeah.
And your 9 to 5 boo or bae is like, okay, I got you. This check was good this month, babe. I put in some overtime, so I'm going to help, put in a little bit more for us this month. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not turning nothing down but my collar.
Keeps you
It
guys
ain't
afloat.
no problem and no issue.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a team. That's
It
what
is.
matters. You guys look out for one another.
It is. It's a job at the end of the day. That brother or sister is not unemployed. They're making a bag
part.
and that green.
You
Like,
better
what's
be
wrong
glad
with
they
it?
coming home with some money.
Right.
And not sitting on your couch
Exactly.
and taking all your money.
That
while
part.
you-
Exactly.
While they sitting on the couch doing what? playing video games, smoking a blunt, drinking, kicking it with their homies while you out making all that money.
But I get it. It's almost like a stigma. It's a social stigma. Like I see where these CEOs or CFOs or these people who are really booming in their business and are bosses, you know, they want to date a boss because maybe they feel like it would expand their business. I get that. But sometimes what if that boss feels like they're bigger than you, or sometimes your personalities would clash. Arrogance is what I'm saying.
Like,
you know?
Usually people up there, all they talk about is business. So it's
like for themselves.
Yeah, so it's like, where do you get your time in at? You gonna be at the dinner table talking about the numbers I brought in today?
Yeah.
Well, babe, I brought in this number. It's always gonna be me. You're gonna just be sitting there listening.
It gets old and stale after a while.
It's like, don't hate on whoever doing what.
Yeah.
Love is love. Whoever you decide to date, it's not supposed to be about money. What can you do for me? It's about how can you make me feel? And it's just like,
how can you grow together?
Yeah. So y'all stop this 9-to-5 stigma. It ain't nothing wrong with it. A job is a job. Don't beat up on a 9-to-5 person. They have a what? A job. Thank you very much. You got a job. And you got some medical. You got a 401k, and you bringing in something to the table.
Something stable.
Maybe that's why people are still lonely out here, because they're looking for an imaginary level of achievement that they're not going to get sometimes. Sometimes that boss might want a regular chick. Sometimes that boss or that CEO might want somebody humble who's not going to talk back, who's not going to say, well, I got my own money and blah, 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 blah. They get enough from regular women barking like a chihuahua in their face sometimes.
Yes, and for the haters who say, oh, he just has a 9-to-5. No, I do own my own business.
Oh,
and
say
I work
it.
Say
it. Go ahead. So, now, what business do you own so you can let people know?
I own a bakery. It is called Sweet Dreams with a Z.
Okay.
And I work for Enterprise.
Thank you.
I got my medical.
That's a
I have my own money. I do what I need to do.
Hustler, as you should. Ain't nothing wrong with none of it. Absolutely. None of it at all. Well, there you go. Okay, well, we want to go ahead and show you a clip right now for some of the individuals who may be in ownership of a business, and you want to know some ways to talk with your team members about how to collaborate at work with all of the generations, because right now we are reading and research that when you have collaboratively different age groups in a successful business, there's different ways to handle this. So we're going to show you a clip of a video, a wonderful power tool that we found on YouTube by an individual by the name, the narrator's name is John, but I want to give a shout out. It is by, let me tell you right now, Python Media. So it's a YouTube clip by Python Media.
How to manage 5 generations in the modern workplace. Hi, I'm John, and I've been an HR manager for many years now. It may surprise some to know that there are as many as 5 generations working at a single workplace. With workplaces being more age diverse than ever before, it's important to remember that different generations have different needs. With several generations working side by side, it's essential to consider how their typical work styles and needs might differ, since each generation has distinct experiences and perspectives, especially when it comes to technology. With the right insights, though, you can give individuals the right tools to maximize productivity and get your teams collaborating more effectively. Generation 1, Traditionalists. People are retiring later today, and there are still many people born before 1945 still working. Traditionalists are civic-minded and loyal. They're team players. They tend to stick with one employer for as long as possible. They like to work as part of a structured team, with a focus on longer-term projects, and although they're not afraid of technology, they tend to rely more on desktop computers, landline phones, and fax machines. Traditionalists need robust voice capabilities and traditional desktop applications to be more productive. Generation 2, Baby Boomers. While baby boomers tend to stay in the same field for longer than millennials, they switch employers more than traditionalists. Boomers focus on individual performance and are driven, with their identity defined by their profession, and they care deeply about climbing the organizational ladder. Baby boomers are less likely to use social media at work or use smartphones compared to younger generations. This generation relies heavily on email, so make sure your organization is equipped with proper email tools to allow this generation to be more productive. Generation 3, Generation X. Gen X has begun to replace boomers in managerial positions in recent years, and they're more independent than their predecessors, value authority less, and are more likely to walk away from an inflexible workplace. Since this generation embraces technology in the workplace, including smartphones, email, laptops, and tablets, it's essential to implement video conferencing and team-based digital workspaces to meet their flexibility requirements. Generation 4, Millennials. This generation is the driving force of today's workplace, and they crave interaction, feedback, and collaboration, and are even more informal than Gen X. Millennials are strongly driven by a sense of purpose and crave continuous workplace learning and growth. Since this generation grew up fully immersed in digital technology, text, IM, and social are their primary modes of communication. This generation prefers to communicate electronically, so make sure you implement the proper tools to allow them to do this. Generation 5, Generation Z. This generation is just beginning to enter the workforce, but is the largest cohort of the US population and the most ethnically diverse. This generation is fast-paced, and they tend to be independent and competitive. Most of this generation's job decisions are based on how tech-savvy a workplace is, but they also prefer face-to-face communication at work. This generation appreciates technology that provides a personal experience like video meetings. Now that you know how to make each generation in your workplace more productive while catering to their unique preferences, you're ready to make all generations in your organization work seamlessly together. If you want to learn more about how to manage 5 generations in the modern workplace, click the link below for more information.
Okay, so you know the Opinion Room is always bringing you guys gems and nuggets to help you guys out as a tool. So this video, we hope, helps you guys who are fortunate enough to start up your own business and are thinking about it, learn how to be very successful by catering to all the generations in your workforce. Now, by knowing this proper tool, I want to say, is the only way to sum it up, you will have better projections, better numbers, and take our word for it, you'll be happier in the job place. Also, this kind of gives you a better idea of why people from different age ranges at your job are acting the way they're acting, because we have to treat each generation and each age group differently according to what they know, what they're used to, and how just to deal socially with them. Yeah. Anybody want to add anything?
Yeah, I gotta say that video was really interesting because I'm actually a product of where I work today. It's a mixture of millennials, baby boomers, and Generation X. So yeah, so it's kind of like a clash, you know, sometimes. But it's like, I feel like sometimes, you know, a lot of baby boomers and Generation X, they look down upon millennials. Like, you millennials always think you guys got to do this.
They sure do.
And you guys are entitled to do this. But I feel like millennials, we can help you. Right. Just like you guys can learn from us, and we definitely can learn from you guys instead of always putting us down, saying what we're not doing right or how you guys used to do it. Yeah, it's like, you know, be open-minded.
Right. We find ways to make stuff better as millennials. Exactly. Because I know where I work now, it was so much I had changed to that place when I was a supervisor. And it was just like, it worked so bad. All my people you didn't have to go look for nothing. You didn't have to ask for nothing. You came to work, stuff was already where it needed to be. It was like, you can focus on your job.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Other past generations are so focused, set on doing things one set way. Like, they don't want to change, which that's challenging. Because I've been a supervisor in the past where I did work with baby boomers and Generation X. But it is a certain way. You can't talk to everybody the same way. You cannot. Because some people will take offense to it. Some people, it's just not tolerable or accepted. Right. So
yeah, because even this new generation that's starting the workforce, man, you got to talk. Yeah, these
ZZs.
Oh, I haven't experienced them yet.
I haven't met them yet. No, I haven't met them.
One is when you try to tell them how to fix something, they feel like you hating on them.
They can't take corrective criticism.
Yes, and it's sad, and it's like they be trying to move so fast. Slow your road. That's why your work is sloppy in the way it looks. It's like they just feel like they can just get it done don't care if it's right, just so they can move on to the next thing.
The past generations too, they have to make sure that they speak to them and correctly too.
Right.
Just because they talk a certain way to the past generations a certain way, they can't talk to the later generation the same way too.
No,
even though they are older and they feel like I'm older, this is what I say. No, it's not like that. It can't be like that. And that's something that they have to realize too.
No, definitely. Because it's according, like you were saying, to each generation, how we have, sensitivity and tact and know where everyone is coming from. Like the first generation, the traditionalists, we can't just expect them to know how to send a text or a DM. They're going to look at you crazy. What is a DM?
Yeah.
You mean the GM, the general manager? They coming today? Oh, let me clean up my desk. They go, what is a DM? I need to put on my tie today? No, a DM is a direct message that you need to send through.
They don't know, because
it's another language.
They're expecting you to pick up the phone and call them. And now millennials' attitude is like, if you call them, they'll let it go to voicemail.
Yeah, because I do that.
In the workplace.
I do that at work. When
they
you call
do
my
not like the phone.
If you call my phone, I don't pick up the phone.
Yes.
But what if someone has a concern? Like, what if someone genuinely
my email is always open.
Yeah.
It pops up. Why do I need to pick up this phone and talk to you?
Or even if there's a meeting,
okay, at
the end of the meeting, they could have sent an email. Why did they have us come in here? And y'all better have food too. If it's a meeting and it's no food,
all these expectations,
you can forget it. I know, it's crazy.
But see, back in the day, the traditionalists and the baby boomers, that's all they know. Was having meetings, was, collaborating with each other, was definitely answering the phones, getting things done over the phone, contacting people.
Now meetings are a waste of time.
They are.
I see it in my workplace. Like the Generation X and baby boomers are sitting in meetings all day. And I'm just like, how do they talk so much? Even myself. Like, I would be like, I'm ready to go. I can't. Like,
that's hilarious.
I'd make up a bathroom break.
Done.
See, I'm usually the one, I shut my meetings down. Oh. It's like, once I figure out what we're talking about, okay, this is what we need to do, this, bye, I gotta go. I got work to do. I ain't got time to be sitting here talking to y'all.
That's the millennial mindset.
That is hilarious.
I don't know what it is, but that's how it really is.
Because people feel like having a meeting, it makes your time go by faster. No, because you still got work to get done.
I'd rather work than sit here and listen to you talk.
No. I had an experience with a younger millennial on the spectrum, like, the 20 or 19-year-olds, and they were required to send a fax over to a business, right?
That's dinosaurs.
So, exactly. Do you know that's what old girl called it? So she comes into the office and she looks at me and she was like, excuse me, miss. I said, yes. She was like, I have to send a fax. And they want it urgently. And so what is that? A fax? I said, what is that? Where are you serious? She said, yeah, I've never sent a fax before. So what does that look like? I said, there's the fax machine. How do you even do this? How does this work? Is it like a computer? What do you do? Is it a laptop?
They have no idea.
I mean, not even a clue. I'm not hating on no one, not making fun.
That was when I felt so old.
It made me feel old. Showing her how to do it. I felt like somebody grandmama sitting up in there.
Because now you can take a picture,
right,
and
scan.
Send it.
Okay, even that too.
It's like, but when you send it to a corporation, they do want the fax.
They want a fax.
You put the paper face down. You dial the number. And you push start.
Because now you can send a fax and it comes to the email.
Really?
Yeah. That is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But see, people need to keep
paper.
Up with that.
They're not about paper.
Okay.
No paper.
No, I can see that. Even right down to the traditionalist. I hear at some jobs, because I know some friends who are, the directors of a business and owners. You can't go up to a traditionalist and just go have a conversation touch them. And, grab on them and be like, well, I see here, John, and all this.
They should be doing that to millennials.
They step back and it's like, oh, no.
I hate that. Why do you have to touch on me to talk to me?
To get a point across. But some people are used to that. Older generations, that's how they really got someone's attention. They feel like if you're talking to someone, or just not even looking at them, that's not respect. But sometimes they feel like they have to like get really in your space and, you know, I have to drive this point home to you is the only way you're going to get it, you know, to where younger generations were like, whoa,
email
this is
me.
too close. Email me, right? DM me, text me. I have a phone, text message me.
Yeah.
And the boss is looking like, I'm not about to do all that. Like, I really just want to have this conversation with you.
Oh, no, I told mine because I had somebody do that to me. Just every time they need to talk to me, was always touching me. And I told them, you got one more time to touch me. Because it's like, why are you putting your hands on me? I don't
That
like people
part.
touching on me.
Yeah.
I like my space.
Yeah.
I don't need you all in my face. And
Okay.
plus, I don't know where your hands been.
I'm done.
Some people don't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom. So it's like, that's nasty. Why are you touching on me?
What you think they had a little Jackie Jack off at that little
No,
lunchroom?
people can use the bathroom, walk out the bathroom, and it's
And
like, and I'm
it-
in there, and it's like,
In the
they just wash their
fanciest
hands.
corporations, I mean, the females are decked out.
Okay.
I mean, stilettos, nice pencil skirts, nice blouse. I'm like, oh, she looks cute. She goes in the bathroom, flushes the toilet, and walks right outside. Oh, she nasty. Looking like that in this
disgusting.
big corporation.
That's why, one, I don't
That is
shake no
nasty.
one's hand. I'll give you a dab before I shake
Now,
your hand.
see, that's disrespect. To some generations, let's say a general manager walks in, they're going to expect you to really shake their hand and firmly, too. They're going to expect that from you.
Oh, no, all my general manager dab. Because I'll
You
let you know.
dab the GM?
I do. I don't shake people's
Are you
hands.
serious?
That is germs. That is nasty.
Well,
Because it's like, you don't know where no one has.
sanitizer.
I mean, what you think? They had a LinkedIn break before they got to you? Like, you think that they were stroking it through watching the video and then they
don't
came
know.
to see you?
I don't know what you're
Possibly.
doing with your hand. I don't
Especially
know.
at the desk,
digging in your
in the
nose,
workplace.
picking all in your
It
mouth.
doesn't- It's true.
It's germs. That messes.
But we got
nasty.
hand sanitizer, you
Yeah.
guys.
I'm
We got to
sorry.
keep a level of professionalism. We can't dab nobody. And
My
see-
manager's dab. I don't like shaking hands. I'm going to give you a dab.
But do you
period.
think that that's why we're not getting further in jobs and not walking up the corporate
good
ladder?
point. That's a good
Because we
point.
have to go according. Some of these other
That is
races,
a
they
good
don't
point.
care. They will see you wipe your nose with a tissue and, oh, yes, sir. Yes. Oh, all right. I have some
Oh,
hand
God.
sanitizer here at my desk. I'll take care of that later.
See, in hand
You know?
sanitizer, most of that alcohol is not good for your hands.
Well, you got to find a happy medium. You should start wearing gloves then. You should have you a Michael Jackson glove, especially for just shaking hands then.
No,
should,
but that's a very good point what you said.
Right.
Why we are not walking
Climbing
up the ladder,
up the
especially
social-
us black
The
people
career
of color.
ladders, yes.
Because they'll act chummy with you, like oh, you know, but behind closed doors, when they speak about you and this, it's a totally different story. That's
Thank
so
you.
true.
Well, see, I
Thank
don't have that problem because my work shows.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
work
Okay,
shows
no, it
for what
does.
I do. My work shows for
Absolutely.
this business.
No, it does.
Everyone knows I don't shake hands because it's a health thing. It's just, I have very sensitive skin. If I shake your hand and I have an itch and I end up breaking out, that means your hands was dirty. Like,
That's deep.
Too, yeah. At the end
That's
of the
really
day,
deep.
in the workplace, it's all politics.
and plus, it's like you pay attention. If I'm in the bathroom, you in the bathroom, I'm going to look to see, and if you walk out the door, I already know I ain't shaking your hand.
I don't know.
I see that a lot. Plenty of people at my job walk in the bathroom, using it, and walk right out.
That is
That's
disgusting,
nasty.
though. That is terrible.
I see people digging in their nose. It's nasty. So why would I want you touching on me?
I don't know. We just have to act accordingly to each situation. But I don't know. We have to do what we have to do to climb this social ladder, you guys. This career ladder is high up. And people are doing whatever they have to do to climb it, including slitting people's throats, making sure other people are out of their jobs. Do you know how many people go out for one job opening position at a time?
Thousands.
It could be one opening for one position. And you show up and you thinking, I'm early, I'm on time, I'm decked out, I'm about to get this job, I'm about to make this money. And then it's a host of people behind you in line.
You just got to make sure that you sell yourself the best that you can.
Well, you're not going to sell yourself. You won't even shake the person's hand who interviewing
I
you.
ain't gonna shake your hand.
You
but
trying
I'ma-
to dab.
But I'm gonna sell myself. I'm gonna tell. I ain't gotta shake your hand, but I'm gonna let you know this is what you gonna get. You gonna get I'm the best of the best. You can always count on me. It's like I'm gonna make sure I outshine them. A handshake ain't got nothing to do with it. I
But for
can
some
dab you.
people, that's a sign of
Then,
respect,
yeah,
though.
a man's firm
Handshake is a sign of
Well,
respect.
These days, people is nasty, and I'm not with that. That's how you spread a lot of stuff.
Oh, my
That's why
gosh.
so many people getting sick. It's just no. I haven't had a cold in so long. Not think.
You better knock on some wood.
Don't be shaking on nobody's hands. Sure do. Dab my managers. Dab, what's up?
Oh, my God.
Even my VP, what's up? I don't.
But then why do you guys even have to do that? Why don't you just say hello? Hello.
Even a head nod. Like, they might be like, what's that? Like, you know, you
Or
can't
just say
like,
hello.
You know,
No, because sometimes
hi.
they do feel like they gotta do some type of interaction. So I give you a dab. I don't shake hands. I give you a dab. There go our
See, you
end of
don't have
reaction.
to do that. Just say hello.
Well, make sure you're respectful. Okay, now we're
I
gonna
am
switch.
always respectful.
We're gonna switch gears one more time. We're gonna go back to the 9 to 5s because I'm still not off this. I'm still curious about this. So, when it comes to 9 to 5ers compared to, let's say, social media influencers, now let's compare that. It seems like we are turning on Instagram and Facebook and seeing all of this fancy cars. We're seeing people on trips every other weekend. We seeing these social media influencers. All they got to do is put on a wig, no offense to nobody, and make some jokes, and they balling out of control. This is what our younger generation is seeing. And now it seems like all they want to do is become YouTubers and become Instagram models and Instagram stars.
Yeah,
now,
but no
what's
one
up with
sees
that?
the stuff behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
They only show you what you want to see. These people can be at home probably pulling their hair out. I gotta hurry up and make a new video. I gotta edit
The
this
pressure
video. It's
behind
like,
it.
you have to do
To stay
so
relevant.
much. But it's like these kids just saying, "Oh, YouTube, I can make this amount of money," but they're not. It's like no one is actually telling them how hard it is, what they have to do.
work.
It's just like y'all
Yes.
just showing these kids, like, okay, we can make these videos, but be real with them. That mess, it's hard. It's
Tell
hard
'em.
work. 'Cause
Yeah.
one, it's a lot of production, it's a lot of editing, it's a lot of time. Seeing these kids just think, oh, I can post up a video, but it's like, no, these people actually are in here on computers all day, editing, making clips. It ain't easy. They ain't making fast money like that.
Right. But it's almost seen as a facade now. Like, I have some students, and I ask them generally, like, what would you like to be when you grow up? And in the past, it was a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, a firefighter. No. These kids, they're like, I'm going to be an Instagram star. An Instagram star.
But
An
it's
Instagram
like,
star.
can you fault them though? Because that's what they see is booming,
Right.
you know?
Right. If you have over 100,000 followers with a blue check, you popping.
Yeah.
Like, your clout is through the roof. Like what Cardi B was singing about with her husband, through the roof clout.
Yeah.
That was all. Everybody doing it for clout. And it's like, I'm not hating on nobody. However you get in your bag, get your bag. But what I'm saying is, like LJ said, give a message back to the younger community. Like, give a little bit about a backstory on how you got to that point.
Exactly. No
Let
one
these
is telling
kids
no one
know,
how
you
they
know,
got there.
I had
The
to take it
history.
one day at a time. My first video wasn't off the ground. I had to go in and put in work. It took me a few years to get popping, a few years to get noticed. Some people can make one video falling out of their car or doing the Kiki challenge and they famous. Like, it depends. It's so up and down, you know, and it's just sad that this younger generation is really banking off of that. And it's pushing out the hopes and dreams of the 9 to 5 old traditional jobs. You know, that's where also I think that stigma is coming from too.
Yeah, so like we let everybody know, teach the kids. We're the generation who has to teach the next.
Yes.
But other than that, tonight we would like to thank you guys for tuning in to the Opinion Room. Once again, I'm LJ.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Nicole.
Thank you to Morris Media and Women of Prominence. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Love
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Peace and be blessed.